I've been everywhere from Maine to Spokane, from the Garden State to the Golden Gate.
For 7 years, Dutch Pryor has taken pride in being a truck driver.
Take care of your equipment will take care of you.
Last year, he signed on with a company called Shippers Transport Express. Although he drives their trucks, Shippers Transport calls Pryor an independent contractor, not an employee.
I am not classified as an employee. I am classified as an independent contractor, but I have very, very little control over the success or failure of my company.
Despite his so-called independence, Pryor works exclusively for Shippers, which doles out his daily routes. He's seen his paychecks dwindle and has none of the protections he would get as an employee.
As long as we're independent contractors, they don't have to cover benefits. They don't have to cover sick days, bereavement, leave time, holiday pay. It just saves the company money.
This sounds like it's a pretty good deal for Shippers Transport, not such a good deal for you.
No, it's not a good deal for us.
Critics call the practice misclassification, and it's become a top priority for the Labor Department under the Obama administration. In 2011, the department collected more than $5 million in back wages on behalf of about 7,800 employees who'd been misclassified, a 500% increase over the amount collected in 2008. They've hired 300 additional investigators to probe complaints.
We know that this is a big problem.
Labor Secretary Hilda Solis says misclassification hurts more than just employees. That's because companies that misclassify workers avoid paying taxes and such benefits as workers' compensation.
These have astronomical impacts on local government, state government, and federal government. And it also hurts good, legitimate businesses that are playing by the rules and for employees that are being ripped off.
Shippers Transport did not respond to our request for comment, but Bob Diggs of the American Trucking Association says many truckers choose to be independent contractors instead of employees.
Trucking companies are not misclassifying workers.
But his defense of trucking companies faltered a bit with a slip of the tongue.
They believe they get a more productive employee, a more productive worker, a worker who is efficient, has some skin in the game.
As for Dutch Pryor, he says he just wants to be treated fairly, and that's important enough to put his job at risk.
Could you be fired for talking to me about this?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, and I'm going to find out when this airs. My grandfather told me you stand for something or you fall for anything. So this is me standing up for what I believe in.
John Blackstone, CBS News, Oakland.